All right, let's jump right into this explainer of WWDC 2026, Apple's AI Gambit. We're talking the hype, the reality, and the catch. Look, this was Tim Cook's final WWDC before stepping down, and after years of endless rumors and those massive lawsuits over under-delivering, everything we thought we knew about the iPhone just changed with iOS 27 and Apple Intelligence. But, as you're about to see, the reaction wasn't exactly what the folks in Cupertino were hoping for. $200 billion. Yeah, you heard that right. That is the staggering amount of intraday market value that was just completely wiped from Apple immediately following their massive AI reveal. I mean, they hit an all-time peak, and then the bottom just literally fell out. So why did this happen? Well, because Wall Street instantly realized that Apple's biggest leap forward might actually just be exposing how far behind they really are.
So let's get into section 1. Meet the new Siri AI, rebuilt from the ground up.
Now, to really grasp that Wall Street panic, we have to look closely at the tech itself. Siri is absolutely no longer that rigid, frustrating voice tool you just bark at to set a kitchen timer. It has been totally transformed into this fluid, conversational AI companion. And the coolest part? It doesn't hijack your entire screen anymore. It lives right up inside the dynamic island, just subtly glowing, letting you type, talk, and seamlessly switch back and forth between your iPhone, Mac, and Vision Pro. And it gets better, because this new Siri is essentially a master of your personal context. It's got full on-screen awareness now, so you can be looking at a photo or a website, ask, hey, where is this? And it knows exactly what you're talking about. It digs through your emails, your calendar, your notes. It even uses multimodal visual AI. You can literally point your camera at a restaurant bill, tell Siri to split it with your friends via Apple Cash, and it just handles it. But how does this play out in the real world? Well, it completely changes how fast we navigate our devices. You don't have to do things step by step anymore. You can ask Siri to find a specific invoice from James, organize it into a tax folder, and draft an email to your accountant with that exact file attached. Literally all in one single breath. Apple is calling this App Actions, and it is a massive game changer. Moving right along to Section 2, the Google Gemini Elephant, a hybrid reality. Now, for an event totally centered on Apple's supposedly unique homegrown intelligence, there was a very loud competitor hiding right under the hood. But before addressing that, Apple took a classic, subtle jab at their rivals. Executive Craig Federighi made it super clear, positioning Apple's slower, more staggered AI rollout as a highly intentional, privacy-first choice. Basically, they wanted to look safe and deliberate rather than rushed. But guys, the reality of this so-called hybrid AI stack is pretty complicated. Reports dropped almost immediately that Apple is actually paying Google $1 billion a year to use Gemini's infrastructure for Siri's broader web knowledge. So Apple runs the small models right on your phone, but the real heavy lifting, that gets sent to the cloud. And this is exactly what sparked Wall Street's panic. People are asking, is Apple genuinely leading the AI revolution here, or are they just slapping a gorgeous Apple interface over Google's brain? Let's look at Section 3, Privacy, Safety, and Speed, Optimizing the Ecosystem. Look, setting all the AI drama aside for a second, WWDC 2026 was actually a huge year for back-end optimization. First up, we've got some incredibly robust child protection tools. Parents are getting this amazing granular control now. We're talking getting a ping for every single app download, a brand new Ask to Browse feature in Safari, and messaging apps that will automatically blur graphic content for any user under 18. It's a huge, much-needed push for making the whole ecosystem safer.
And under the hood, the speed upgrades are frankly insane. App launches are 30% faster. Photos snap into your gallery 70% faster. And AirDrop transfers a blazing 80% faster. Plus, thanks to a brand new CPU scheduler, these optimizations are pushed all the way back to older devices, even the iPhone 11. So even if you don't get the shiny new AI, your old phone is absolutely going to fly.
Visually, the OS is getting a lot cleaner too. We finally got that highly requested UI slider to adjust Apple's controversial liquid glass transparency aesthetic. But honestly, the biggest daily upgrade for most of us, system-wide voice dictation, has been completely overhauled. It finally actually understands how you speak, and it fixes your punctuation and spelling in real time. It's going to be an absolute lifesaver for drafting emails on the go. Which brings us to Section 4, the AI fine print, the hardware catch.
Okay, here is the reality check because you knew there had to be a catch, right? Getting your hands on all those futuristic Siri AI features comes with a really massive caveat. While older phones do get those awesome speed boosts we just talked about, true Apple intelligence requires some serious processing power. You are going to need the sheer hardware capability of the brand new iPhone 17 Pro or that newly announced iPhone Air. Yeah, not even the base iPhone 17 makes the cut.
And on top of that, the rollout itself is incredibly staggered. We're looking at a developer beta starting today, a public beta dropping in July, and then an official rollout in the fall. But the real kicker here, due to regulatory issues, the EU and China won't even be getting these AI features at launch. That means a massive chunk of Apple's global market is just left waiting in the dark indefinitely. So when you piece it all together, a billion-dollar Google Gemini partnership, super strict hardware limits requiring a brand new Pro phone, and a heavily delayed global rollout, we really have to ask the big question. Did Apple finally find its defining AI moment? Or are they just putting a beautiful, polished Apple interface right on top of someone else's intelligence? Most importantly, does this upgrade actually justify you dropping cash on a whole new device? Let us know what you guys think about all this.